Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm doing a review of this AsMax Bluetooth communication system. The model is a Z1 because they do have two different models, a Z1 and an F1. But today we're going to do the Z1. AsMax did send me this model to do a review on it, so here we are. All right, let's get to it. Let's do the unboxing. All right, let's get this thing out of there. It is really tight in there. Okay, they did a really good job on making sure this thing was... Alright guys, let me go ahead and push this thing out. Oh, there we go. Alright, so I got a little bit of that, a little bit out. Here we go. Alright, let's get this thing out. Put that off to the side. I'm really curious to see how it is. I mean, it looks really cool just in the picture. Right here, it looks really cool, but let's really see how it looks like in person. Ooh, that looks really good. Check that out, guys. It looks really kind of like futuristic, actually, compared to the one that I have on my current helmet right now. And this one looks a lot better. Alright, so I'm going to do some close-up shots for you guys. Talk a little bit more about the communication system. Alright guys, hopefully the camera's going to capture some pretty good close-ups here of the unit, as I have it on my little turntable here to actually show you a little bit more about the product itself and the buttons. So this one looks like it supports up to like 10 riders in a mesh intercom communication. It also has noise cancellation. It's IP67 waterproof, which is really good. You could buy this as a single pack, or you could actually get this as a dual pack. Therefore, you and your passenger will be able to communicate with each other. It also has the 5.3 technology Bluetooth. It also comes where you could actually do the updates as well. So obviously, as AsMax does, updates, you'll be able to update your Bluetooth as well when they come up with one. I'm sure it'll show up on your phone when you need to do the update. It's also claiming that it will have approximately just a little bit over a mile in range. We'll soon find out once we get out on the road on the range and everything like this. All right, so we just go ahead and take that out from the little thing, but I also wanted to show you like really close-ups by me holding it, so you guys could see that there is two buttons right here for volume up and down. We'll know in a second here once we get it installed on the helmet. Here is your port for charging. Here's another button here, little contact points. I think it's the USB-C fast charger port that it has. I don't believe that these two are buttons. I think that's just design. But this one over here is a button. So you could actually press that. And there's a button here. There's nothing going on here. And that's how it looks like there. And then these are the little mounting points. And this is also magnetic. So when you put it onto your helmet, you don't have to do anything. Just go ahead and slap it on your helmet. All right, so enough about that. Let's actually see what else comes in the box. All right, so let's go ahead and see what else comes in the box. So we already know that the unit was right over here. So let's go ahead and move that. Oh, there we go. So we got, looks like wet wipe inside and a dry wipe or not. Inside of there, we got some pretty cool chromatic stickers. It's like a colorful color style stickers. Put that off to the side. All right, we got the pamphlet book right here with the instructions and everything. Let's actually see how it looks like inside, because most of these, oh, it's actually pretty good on illustrations actually. Okay, here's the beginning, which I'll go through all of this with you guys on here, but the illustrations so far look really good. There's been some other ones where I've seen it and it's not clearly labeled or showing you on how to do stuff, but this one's pretty good. And of course it's gonna be this thick just because it is mentioned in the different languages. We got Spanish, we got Dutch, French, what else we got in here? Italian, and I think English was the last one, and English. Alright, so that's that, the quick start, and then, oh, there's another box in here. Alright, let's see, this is probably where it has all the stuff. Okay, let's put that up to the side as I'm getting a collection there. Alright, it says AsMax on here. Scoops, kind of ripped that, oops. Alright, oh, here we go. Alright, so let me see if I could kind of zoom out the camera a little bit. That's as far as it'll go. Alright, let's see what we got in here. Alright, we got a wired mic. We got the charging. Kind of tingled. Got the charger cable, and it is the fast charger, as you can see right here. I believe it's USB-C. We also got a boom mic with an extra little little spongy thing or whatever. Got that. What else is in here? Oh, we got the mounts for the helmet. Oh, the speakers. I'm really curious to see how the quality of the speakers are going to sound, because you guys know me. Anytime I get like some communication, normally the stock speakers are never up to par to aftermarket ones. Oh, here's the mount for the system, and then it looks like what do you call it? The little sticky pads for the speakers for inside of the helmet. Sorry about that with the kicking of the kickstand or the tripod there. All right, so here is everything in a nutshell of what we're gonna go ahead and might as well just take everything out to show you again. But I'm just really gonna take out all the stuff that we're really gonna be using, as I am gonna install this on my helmet. I'm gonna be installing it on the HJC Rafa 11 Pro. So we got our mount here, and this is gonna be for the speakers. This is gonna be for the microphone. Let's get out the speakers over here. Oh, that's pretty cool. On the speakers, make sure you can see that, guys, actually says Max on it. Oh, it says that on both. And the speakers are pretty, I would say, kind of not heavy, but you can feel some weight on them. Alright, I'm not exactly sure the millimeters. I think they might be 40 millimeters. I'm not really going to compare too much, but these are 45s. I just kind of want to see. So yeah, so I'm just trying to see on speaker size. So this is a 40 millimeter speaker. This is 45. You can see a little bit of a difference on the circle part. All right, so now that we know what size they are, all right, next cable, we're just going to keep it off to the side. Boom mic, we're not going to use it for this particular application because I don't have an open face helmet. And then we got our little wired mic that we are going to be using. So we'll put that there. And then as far as the mounts, for now, I'm going to be using the clip mount because it does come with two different types of mounts. We got a clip mount which kind of just slides into the helmet, and then therefore this will attach to the clip mount. Or you could go with the more permanent mount, which is a sticky pad mount. Obviously here's a sticky pad, 3M tape. You would clean the area, and then you would just, find a spot on your helmet to stick this on, and then this part will go on here. But for now, we're going to go with the clip mount for this particular helmet. All right, so I think we got everything we're going to need to install. We don't think we're going to need this because what these pads do, there's going to be a few pads in here. One is going to be, very thin, and then there's going to be another one that's going to be a little bit more thicker. So you're just going to have to kind of gauge it for your helmet, how close you want your speakers to be in your ear. So you can have them really close, or if your speaker pod or pocket in your helmet is a little bit deep, you can put one of those. So yeah, that's that. All right, enough of that. Let's hurry up and get to installation on the helmet. All right, so the helmet that I have, that's his helmet, is going to be this Icon helmet. I may have to bring the camera back a little bit more because I don't have that much space here. All right, so it's gonna be this Icon helmet right here. I'm not sure exactly the model, but this is what it says in the back of the helmet. So this is the helmet that we're gonna be installing the comm unit in. All right, so to do so, let me go ahead and just get something a little bit more softer to put his helmet on, and then show you the process on how to install it. All right, to get this particular bracket onto the helmet, we're gonna have to actually remove a little bit of this kind of like weather stripping or whatnot, or this plastic piece off of the helmet, because without it, it's just gonna make it too thick to actually install. So to do it, just grab a piece if you can, and then just kind of pull back on it. Kind of comes off somewhat fairly easy, but this is pretty much the only kind of general area we're gonna need it on. As if, let me see if we're gonna put it, probably, let's say about there should be good, like towards the front. So I think towards the back would be too far back. So I would say probably about there. So that's where you want to position the comm unit so you could actually see where to put it. Gonna grab the bracket, and okay, so probably about right there. Okay, so I'm gonna get my thumb and kind of mark the area. Next, we're gonna get the bracket, and you're gonna slide it in between the shell and the cushioning part, or the inner part of the shell of the helmet. Okay, so I just actually removed it from the icon helmet. Now the reason is because here is a little bit of an update. Once the bracket actually gets in there, it is so tight that you can't really get the main bracket on here, the main mounting bracket, which is this guy here with the cables. So actually the new plan is going to be, and for you guys, in case, like I said, if you have this particular type of helmet, is to get the bracket on there also, or already installed. So it's going to go ahead and do that now. And pretty much it just goes in, these little two arms slide into the holes right there. So just go ahead and get this in there like this. Okay, and then after that it'll just pretty much slide in and lock in place. All right, there we go. And it's pretty much on there until you release it, which there's a little pin inside here if you wanted to release the whole base off of the helmet, but it is locked in there really good. All right, so now I should have no problems on actually sliding this guy in there, as I'll try to do it for you now. Let's see, put it right here, slide it in. Alright guys, not gonna lie, that was a real pain in the butt to actually get that on there. Alright, so now that we got that part in, let's go ahead and put this plastic piece back onto the helmet. Not sure how well it's going to go with that piece on there like this, but let's see. Might be a little bit difficult because it does have this weather stripping over it. Okay, next we have to do is remove the side pads so you could get access to the speaker pod holes. Let's pop those guys out. There's our Velcro here. There we go. And that part and this piece comes out, as you can see. All right, so now we have access to where the speaker would go. As you can see, there is a hole right there, and it's just styrofoam. Or actually, is it a pad? Nope, it is just styrofoam. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna get a little bit of the cleaning pack that it came with, which is pretty much alcohol, and just kind of clean the surface there so we could put our little sticky pad in there for the Velcro, so we could put the speaker inside. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and you guys do the same. All right, now that I got that part cleaned off, so I'm going to dry it. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and grab our thin sticky pad. And actually, you know what? Let me put the speaker in there to see how much it sticks out. So let's see, if I were to put the one sticky pad, won't do much difference. Should be good enough. If I were to, let's see, put the two sticky, or the much more thicker sticky pad, which is right here, just going to go ahead and stick it on like this, just to see what how much it's going to stick out even more. Okay, so with the thicker one, it's going to stick out just a little bit too much. And you know, since I'm not wearing the helmet and my friend is, you know, I'm not too sure how much clearance he has when he wears his helmet, so I want to make sure that this part is going to be flush when I stick it in there. All right, so that part is dry inside there. Okay, I'm going to put the sticky Velcro piece to the speaker itself. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and peel this part off like this. Now the reason I'm sticking it on there and not here is because I want to make sure that this whole speaker part is centered. So I'm gonna go ahead and, sorry for my hands being in the way. Just want to make sure that it's centered inside of the speaker pocket. Put the cabling towards the bottom a little bit there. All right. Give it a little bit of a firm press, and then there's the spot for the cable. Just kind of tuck it inside there. All right, so that side is done. Now, I'll go ahead and do the other side. I'm gonna go ahead and flip this, and same thing. You wanna go ahead and remove the cheek pad pretty much. Pop it out there, Velcro. And pop that guy out as well. So let's slide it out. And I'll go ahead and clean that spot with the alcohol. Pretty much what you're doing is just making sure that the surface is clean prior to putting the sticky pad in there for the speaker. Okay, I already got the sticky pad on this side. Okay, now we're just going to go ahead and stick this inside. Again, you want to make sure that it's centered inside of the speaker pocket itself. Okay, I'm going to put the little cable down there. All right, and that's pretty much how it looks like on the inside. Zoom in a little bit. Well, zoom is not too much on this camera, but as you can see, it's there in that pocket and centered. All right, so now that we got that part centered, Now next we are going to go ahead and start tucking in the cables and putting the cheek pads back inside. Okay, so prior to doing that, you are going to be left with that cable that goes from one speaker end to the other. And what you want to do is you want to kind of just tuck that behind the helmet here. So I'm going to go ahead and lift up this back end piece, the back end of your helmet, or where your head is. Just lift it up and just kind of just tuck the cables inside of that area. Once you're done, you can go ahead and snap it back in place. So go ahead and snap that part in. And then snap this piece in like so. Okay, now all you're left is with your audio cable right here. We have our cables right here as well for our comm unit. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get this part for the speakers, and we're just going to go ahead and connect that. There we go. So that one is connected. Now that that part is connected, we're just going to have to find a spot to kind of just hide the cables, which again we could kind of do towards the back end right over here. So just pretty much concealing the cables is all we're doing right now. And again, once we put the cheek pad back in there, it's going to really cover all of those wires anyway. All right, but now that we're done with pretty much the right side, let's just go ahead and put that cheek pad in place so we could continue on with the other side. And pretty much putting the cheek pad in is pretty much the reversal of taking them out. Let's go ahead and just get this strap right through here and slide it in through here. And then you want to make sure that you have your little snaps back in alignment with the other ones, and make sure your Velcro is in place as well. Okay, there's one. And may have to look through the visor for the other one. And there is other one, and just this little cover right here that kind of just covers up the speaker pod area. Okay, I'm going to go into the other side and do the exact same thing. Grab our pad. And at this point, we're going to go ahead and we're going to install the little wired one. I got the little Velcro piece here, which I'm going to install right behind the microphone. And then you want to go ahead and clear this area with the rubbing alcohol and make sure that's clean and clear of any debris. Right now we're just going to go ahead and connect it. And it only goes in one way, as you could see somewhat in there. It's not, it's an odd shape, so it can only go in one way. You can see the shape that it is. So you can't mess this one up when installing. All right, gotta make sure it's in. And then also, if you look at it, because there's two triangles that have to meet each other in order to be connected correctly. All right, now that we got that part already connected, now we could go ahead and put our cheek pad in, and then we could just kind of conceal all the cabling, as we could actually just peel off the backing of this and install the microphone. All right, so you got this part out. And what you're going to be looking for is just pretty much the center of that area. I'd say probably right about there. Should be good. All right, give it a little bit of a press, and now that's in place. Now we have all of this cable that we do need to kind of conceal away. Just gonna just try to do my best on routing the cable, and then get our padding here. There's all this other stuff's in my way. Get it through here. Again, you guys try to do the best you can when installing your padding and concealing all of your wiring. And also, when you're putting the little snap pins in, make sure that the cable is not in the way, because you can damage the cable if you try to snap it and the cable's in the same spot or area. All right, so go ahead and snap that in spot. All right, so everything is in place and looking good. So that's pretty much it for installing, the speakers inside of the helmet. All right, guys. So after that, the way to install your new Bluetooth AsMax communicator, it's pretty much magnetic. So once you get it this close, that's it. It's already on there, and it's not going anywhere because it is held in by some safety clips here, all around here and back there. So the only way to remove the Bluetooth communicator is by grabbing this front lip right over here. You want to press it down and then slide the communicator off. And there you go. And that's how it comes off. But as you can see very closely, right here. There's a little hole right there and right over there. And there's these two little clips over here on the base that kind of grabs it in place. So when the magnetic clips go on it, it kind of gets a little teeth and locks it in place, and that's how it's staying on. It's not just magnets that are holding it in place. All right, so let's go ahead and right there. And just off the bat, it is like really sleek on this side, obviously. That's how much it sticks out from the helmet. Nothing too major or drastic as far as communicators go, as most communicators stick out that much anyway. Alrighty guys, that's going to pretty much conclude on how to install this AsMax Z1 Bluetooth communication system. And if you guys found this video helpful, please smash that like button. Also, I have a link for this particular Bluetooth communicator along with the F1 model down below. While you're down there, please subscribe, hit that notification bell. That way you guys are up to date with any of my latest videos, installations, and reviews. And you'll also see a join button. That's going to be for my special exclusive membership program. Alrighty guys, take care. Catch you guys later, and stay tuned for the next video, which is going to show you on how to program this particular Bluetooth to your phone. Hopefully AsMax will send me the F1 to also do a review on, so that way I could compare this one with the F1 and let you know what's the differences and other options in between them and how to pair. Also, I'll show you how to pair this particular one with other brands as well, but that's for the next video. All right guys, take care. Catch you guys in the next one.